What's up, y'all? Welcome to the Dope Life Podcast, the dopest podcast ever. And I'm, of course, your host, Coach AJ, Dope Life Coach, the dopest life coach ever. And if you haven't already, go ahead and hit that subscribe button so that you never miss another episode. And if you can be also lovely and dope, leave us a rating and a review so our podcast can get out to dope individuals just like yourself. We would greatly, greatly, greatly appreciate it. So today we're going to be talking about common mistakes that most people make whenever they're setting goals. And I think that when it comes towards thinking of the new year, we get excited about it, and that's great. But I really want to get down to the nitty gritty so that you could set the goals for success and set the goals that you can achieve in this season. So let's waste no time. Let's get right into it. Many of us will set goals because of something that we've seen, something that we've heard, and we think we should do it. That word should does not apply to you, because if you're telling yourself you should, you're probably not meeting yourself where you are at in this season. There's probably some steps that you need to take before you get to that goal. And many times I remember myself saying that I wanted to get up at 5 a.m. I used to do it, but I realize now at this part of my life, getting up at 5 a.m. is just not for me. I'm a grouch, I'm unhappy, I don't like doing it. So I get up a little bit later based off of my schedule and I get my day started. And it doesn't mean that you don't want to get it done. It doesn't mean that because of the fact that you're taking a step back compared to everybody else, that you're not doing it. You're still doing it. I think we need to give ourselves more grace and discuss pace. As you're getting ready for 2026 or any new year that you're watching this, I want you to think about what is the pace that you're able to meet yourself where you're at and still be successful, still be intentional, and still walk within your purpose and values. This is about alignment. We're playing chess and not checkers. So in this episode, I'm going to go over 4 hidden mistakes a lot of us make when it comes towards setting goals. And I hope by the end of this episode, before you even set one goal, you'll have a clear indication and clarity of what it is that you want to set, how you see yourself in the future, and how you see yourself also in the present moment. So step number 1, we just kind of talked about it, is clarity. Many of us set very vague goals. Like I want to lose 20 pounds. I often say like, why do you want to lose those 20 pounds? What is the purpose of you losing those 20 pounds? For me personally, I'm going to tell you this. I lost 40 pounds within 2024 to 2025. My main goal was to fit into clothes I already had in my closet. That it was my goal. But that was my main goals. And the reason why I asked myself, why is that important to me? Because I want to feel good again. I don't feel great. I don't feel healthy compared to where I was once before. And I want to feel good again. And once I even started feeling good again, I didn't even hit my goal weight yet, but I started to feel great. So you always have to ask yourself, what is your why? What is the whole purpose of you doing this? Like, what is the main reason of why you even want to do this? You can't set goals without clarity. You must have clarity. A vague goal will not give your brain the direction it needs to make a decision. So having a clear cut clarity, a reason of why you want said goal is where you need to start, full stop. Because when you don't have a clear goal or a clear idea of what you want, it makes it hard for you to take direction. It makes it harder for you to take action. You end up feeling frustrated, annoyed, and you don't even want to start to begin with. You're thinking that you're failing, but in all actuality, your goal is just too vague. And how you can fix that is with specific, measure, and time bound. Be very specific on the goal that you want to set. And again, tap into your why. And we're going to get into the why in a minute. Ask yourself, is this something I could actually do within the aspect of my life right now? Is it measurable? Can you make it happen? And the last one, time bound. Give yourself a deadline, a date of when you know you can accomplish it. Listen, you don't have to set goals just for the whole year. You could set them per quarter. There's 4 quarters in a year. Set them for every 3 months. See, revisit, reevaluate. Where are you right now? So I want you to take a moment right now. Look at some of the goals that you've probably been thinking about or been writing down. Do you feel that they're clear enough? Do you feel like you can add more to make it clear as possible so that you can take the actionable steps to make it happen? And if you don't feel like you're there, tighten it up. Get down to the nitty gritty of it. Mistake number 2, you set too many goals. Like I said just previously, you could set one goal per quarter and just work on it and just give yourself space to work on it. Too many of us will set so many goals, and the problem is we feel so pressured to the point where we don't even start. Like, I want you to think about something that you probably wanted to work on for a long time, but you've been putting it on the back burner for so many times, like primarily because you're overwhelmed. The mere thought of you even starting that has you rethinking over and over and over again. Now, I want to ask you, if you were to scale back and slow it down and place yourself with one goal at a time, you'll find over time you're able to accomplish the one goals at a time. Even when you accomplish the smallest steps within achieving those small goals, don't forget to celebrate. Take a step back and say, wow, I actually did this. I'm closer towards the big goal. Remember, it's not about you getting to the end. It's about the progress and the journey in between. You learn more. That's where your creme de la creme is. That's where your bread and butter is. That's where the steak and potatoes is. That is where you need to sit in more. The progress, not the destination. Mistake number 3, your why. This is where you kind of get lost in the end goal and you forget about the why to begin with. Listen to me. Your why is your gas tank. Without that, you don't move. Because think about a car. Can you even drive without a gas tank? Absolutely not. So without your why, you're not going anywhere. Too often we set goals because we think we should. That word should. We think we should do this. I should lose weight. I should get a new job. I should. Because, I don't know, other influences around you telling you that you should. But what is it that you really want? What do you want? How do you see your life? What will make you feel good? Because that word should is where a lot of goals tend to burn. Because these goals that you're setting with the word should are built on pressure and not purpose, not progress, not you really wanting it. It's you thinking that society's telling me I should do this and you adding extra pressure to yourself to make it work. I'm going to give you an example. When I started building my business and I started getting on social media and being consistent with it, I looked at what everyone else was doing in the self-improvement field and I said, maybe this is the way I should be doing it. Here's the part with that. It became so exhausting that it deterred me from making content. I didn't want to do it. And then when I said to myself, F this, we're going to show up as me. The purpose is to get the message out so that people can live and love their dope life through authenticity and purpose. And clarity. So in my brain, I said, I'm going to show up as myself. The moment I started to show up as myself, everything started to flow. All the goals that I set started to connect. All the intention that I was putting in started to align. So I say that to say this. Any goal that you are creating for yourself, for your future self, your present moment, in your present moment, remember that your why is so important. My why pulled me through the days where I didn't want to do it. The why for me is I want to help one person a day live and love their dope life through authenticity, purpose, going from unfulfilled to unstoppable. That is my why. And one of the ways that I've learned to fix that when I felt like I needed to have that should title was I would write down this. This matters to me because, and I would fill in the blank. And sometimes it would change depending on where I was in my life. But moreover, it carried back to my why. I want to help one person they live and love a dope life from going from unfulfilled to unstoppable through clarity and through self-improvement. It's always around that. And if you find yourself having a tough time answering that why, perhaps the goal is not yours and it's somebody else's. And you need to take a step back and figure out what part of that, or if none of it at all, is your goal. And the last mistake that I think a lot of people make is we're not willing to meet ourselves where we're at. Listen, where you are right now, what you can do right now, set the goals that you know you can accomplish right now, but still going to allow you to level up in life. Maybe you're setting goals towards where your future self is and you're not there yet, and that's okay. We need to start taking back our time and understanding that we're adding more pressure to ourselves when we feel that a slower pace and taking our time is not it. Again, don't let other influencers and outside influencers shift you off of what's important to you. Many people are doing it the way that they can do it at the level that they're at. They may have had to take a slower approach the same way you are doing it right now because nothing is just going to come to you off whim. It takes time. So be more open to having a pace that meets you where you're at. Because here's the thing. If you're going to work on any type of goal, any dream, any intention that you have that's aligned with your values and your purpose, it will come to you. Do you hear me? It will come to you, but you have to be open to taking those small steps. You know, the yellow brick road. Those little cobblestone steps to me represent you taking a step into your future. And someone has to put those down in order for you to walk. And the person has to put them down is you. Every brick, every piece of cement you go outside and you see, someone had to take the time to layer that and put it on the ground so that you could walk. Think about you doing that for yourself. It's a slow and steady process. Not everything is going to happen so fast. We have seen some people, let's say, I'm going to take social media as an example. We've seen some people who have been posting for years and it took one video for them to just blow up. One. And now they've created such a catalog where people are going back like, yo, I didn't know this person was out for so long. And they're going back and rewatching it. Start creating your goals and setting your goals as if you're just laying a brick to your success every day. Start thinking about the reason why this matters to you in the first place and meet yourself where you are at and layer it up. and layer it up as you go along. Look, everything takes time, but we be willing to set one goal at a time. And this way allows you to create a strategy for that one goal. So when you think about it this way, let's say, for example, your one goal is to have financial freedom. And you know that this is the, let's say, hypothetical dollar amount you have. This is what's going to get me to financial freedom. What does that look like for you? Okay, not being in debt, having this amount of money in my savings account, having this amount of money coming in. Okay, what kind of steps can you take to get to that point? Oh, well, I can start saving a bit more, maybe looking for a new job or side hustle that's going to allow me to bring more money in, looking at other ways I can have a high interest rate account, a savings account, or ETF and mutual funds. Okay, what are some of the steps that you could take today? Well, I could call a broker, a bank, a credit unit to see like what the options are. Start doing a little research for myself. I can do an audit of my debt of where I am. I can start looking at other side hustles that I could attribute to bringing in more money, to paying off my debt, and to put more. Do you see how I broke it down all from financial freedom? The main goal is financial freedom, but we've created micro goals in between to get to that main goal. So you don't need to have multiple goals when you're setting them for 2026 or for any year that you're watching this. You could have one main goal and you can work towards that and break it down. Success doesn't just look like having and completing a whole bunch of goals. Many people that you're looking up to right now had one. Their main goal was X, and they had to create a strategy to get them to X. And you can work with people like myself as a coach, counselors, there's business coaches out there that you can work with. So many free things that you could do to accomplish those goals. So I don't want you to feel overwhelmed by this episode, but I don't want you to feel like you are going to go out there and make mistakes in 2026. These are easy, simple ways to take a step back, evaluate before you even set the goal. You understand? All right. I hope that you enjoyed today's episode. I hope you were able to get some really good gems of how you're going to be setting goals for the new year moving forward. And again, we're being intentional, we're being purposeful so we can align to where it is that we want to go by just setting one goal at a time. Again, I hope you enjoyed today's episode. I will see you all next week. And you know what to do. Walk with peace and walk with love.